Thank you for making this part of your day, and to all of those joining us across the United States on Showtime's Facebook page and Showtime's YouTube channel, we welcome you. And we have a number of viewers joining us from the UK live streaming on BT Sport. We welcome you. Thank you for tuning in. We are here at the beautiful Westin Bonaventure Hotel here in Los Angeles, not too far from the site of Saturday night's big event just down the road at Staples Center. At this time, we would like to invite our fighters and their teams, respective teams, make their way to the front stage and join me at this time. Fighters and members, join me on the stage. We welcome the fighters, their trainers, and their respective teams up to the stage at this time. Thank them for being here, taking the time. It's been a very busy time, very busy week, but guess what? Fight week is here. The time has come to hear once again for the final time from our fighters. It's been quite a build-up for this event, and rightfully so. Indeed, we have a heavyweight showdown of enormous magnitude, two undefeated giants of the sport risking their undefeated record and fighting and meeting each other for the WBC and Lineal Heavyweight Championship of the world, as Premier Boxing Champions presents Wilder versus Fury for that heavyweight title. At this time, allow me to remind you of some of the details regarding the fight. It's Showtime on Saturday, December 1st, as our big event takes place. It is promoted by Bomb Squad Promotions and Queensberry Promotions in association with TGB Promotions and DiBella Entertainment. Tickets still on sale, available on Access.com, also available at a Staples Center box office. Wilder versus Fury is a 4-fight card pay-per-view produced and distributed by Showtime PPV pay-per-view. We begin at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 6 p.m. local time here in the Pacific. You can also be viewing this fight live in the UK on BT Sport. Sponsors Corona Extra and Casa Noble Tequila. At this time, I'd like to introduce our first speaker. Boxing is deep in his blood. Representing the first family of boxing, first family of the WBC, representing the World Boxing Council, the sanctioning body of this fight, please welcome Pepe Sulaiman.
Bravo, bravo. Good morning. You know, after many years of relative silence in the heavyweight, it is back. The heavyweight, you know, there's the champion of the world is the heavyweight fighter. No other fighter can beat him. So this is very thrilling, and for the WBC, I'm representing WBC and Mauricio Sulaiman. We are very, very happy and very enthusiastic about this fight. You know, in the room we have the two greatest fighters. We're very proud that they are both part of the clean boxing program, which is something that the WBC has been working very hard for. And so they are both undefeated. And let me just read, Mauricio just sent me a text that he wants me to read with some information. Both Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury enjoyed a special relationship with our father, Jose Sulaiman. In fact, Wilder was the first mandated by Don Jose. He was the last fighter that my father mandated. Even with the tremendous pressure from Don King, because he wanted Severn to have a voluntary defense. The WBC stood firmly with the promise of Don Jose, and stood with Wilder. On the other hand, my father had very close communications with Tyson Fury when he was starting his career as a professional boxer. And we see now that very proudly he was climbed through the WBC ladder. He was champion of the BFC, British Modern Boxing Control, and the EBU. We proudly stand behind Tyson Fury. And I see he's a great example of overcoming obstacles to get back today into what is the biggest fight of his life. We congratulate Lou DiBella, Tom Brown, and Frank Warren in working together to bring this fight, to make this fight possible. And I hope for Deontay and Tyson, when they are in the dressing rooms, when they sing their national anthem, as a personal note, I miss the days when the national anthem was played and sang with the fighters in the ring. But when you do that in your room, that is precious. And when you go out in the room, you have to sing your anthem. So on behalf of the WBC, may the best man win. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pepe Sulaiman. At this time, my pleasure to introduce to you Showtime Boxing's pace setter, responsible for Showtime becoming the #1 destination for boxing. Please welcome the president of sports and event programming for Showtime Networks, Mr. Steven Espinosa.
Thank you, Jimmy. As Pepe said, heavyweight boxing is indeed back. Showtime has done 13 heavyweight title fights in the last 4 years. This will be our third this year. And when it comes to pay-per-view fights and heavyweight title fights on pay-per-view, I can't think of two guys I'd rather do this fight with than Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. The reality is, neither one of them should be here today. They shouldn't be alive in some senses, and they certainly shouldn't be fighting for the heavyweight world title on pay-per-view at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. You know Tyson's story, premature, birth, 1 pound. He was beating the odds just to make it to his first year of life. We all know his struggles over the last year as well, the last couple of years. Again, beating the odds. Shouldn't be back here on this stage looking as good as he does, fighting as well as he will in this opportunity. He's been beating the odds his entire life, and he will do it again on Saturday night just by making it into the ring. Deontay Wilder also beating the odds. Who would have thought when he picked up a pair of gloves at age 18 that a short time later he would be the reigning WBC heavyweight champion of the world, headlining a pay-per-view at Staples Center. Not bad for a kid from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, who had dreams of playing football or basketball before he picked up boxing gloves. You'll hear from our participants very shortly. Before we get there, a couple of housekeeping notes. We have 2 episodes of All Access, which are out. They've aired on Showtime. They're available on YouTube, on Facebook. If you haven't seen those, you should. You will fall in love with both fighters, and we thank both Deontay and Tyson and their camps for allowing us in. We've also launched a daily all-access series. The first episode posted this morning is available on social media and on YouTube. And there is a Snapchat-only series, a Wilder versus Fury Snapchat, started on Saturday and will continue daily through the end of the week. And for the first time, Showtime is offering this pay-per-view on a streaming basis. Can be purchased through the Showtime app, and you can stream it just like we have been streaming our fights to our subscribers for the last 3 years. We're excited about this fight. We'll see you on Saturday night.
Thank you, Stephen. Wrapping up a tremendous year for Showtime, and Showtime starts off in a big way with a big pay-per-view event starting up in January, of course. There are so many elements that make this fight so very interesting. I'd like to speak about one of them, and that is the UK versus USA rivalry. Always great fights, always a great rivalry. And for the fans here in Los Angeles and the US, it is so special when that element from the fans from the UK join us, and they bring an atmosphere that is just undeniable, very exciting, and very, very rich. We certainly look forward to that. And now, I'd like to introduce the promoter from the UK side of this promotion. Representing Team Tyson Fury from the UK, please welcome boxing's iconic promoter and International Boxing Hall of Famer, the president of Queensberry Promotions, Mr. Frank Warren.
Good afternoon.
Give it to him, son.
I'm going to give it to him. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us here today. It's a pleasure to be here in LA. We've got a great fight coming up on Saturday. Team Fury, represented obviously by the man himself, Tyson. And we've got Ben Davison, who's done a fantastic job in getting him to great shape. Freddie Roach is part of the team, and that's a great benefit to us. And what's so significant about this fight, and certainly today, it's 3 years to the day that Tyson first won the World Championship when he beat Klitschko. Went in the other guy's backyard, similar to what he's doing on Saturday, and won the fight in absolute style, won every round of the 12 and came back with a prize. And that's what he intends to do on Saturday. As Stephen Espinoza said, his troubles and trials and tribulations have been well documented. And to see where he's at today is a testament to this man, what he's done, coming from rock bottom to being here as not the contender, as the lineal champion, which is what he is, undefeated in the ring, and coming back to win his title on Saturday. He's been a consummate professional for the last year. He's trained hard for his last two fights, but more importantly, he was training to make the weight. This time he's training for a fight. He's got a formidable opponent in Deontay, who's well respected. He can punch. We know that he's a big puncher, but if boxing was all about who's the biggest puncher, you wouldn't need judges. I think the styles are going to make this fight a great fight. Tyson's answered a lot of questions already as to where he is with his mind and his mindset, and I know he's in a great place at the moment, which is, for me, the biggest and the toughest part of him overcoming all his problems to get to where he's at today. He's had, I think in 5 years, he's had 7 fights. So there's no mileage on the clock. It's not like he's a shot-worn fighter. Any problems he's had has not been down to fighting. Look at him now. He looks in tremendous condition, tremendous nick.
I'm flying! I'm fucking flying!
So I think we're going to be in for an excellent fight. We've got a great fight. It's got a really good undercard. You must tune in to watch it or buy a ticket to watch it, because I think we're going to see something special on Saturday. Anyway, we need now to introduce the man. The lineal champion, the Gypsy King, undefeated, 27-0, Great Britain's Tyson Fury.
Approaching the stage. I feel like the president of this hotel getting up here. First of all, thank you to everybody who turned up. We've all travelled a long way to be here today. Like Frank said, it is my anniversary today, so I'd like everyone to sing happy anniversary to me. 3 years since I went to Germany and kicked Vladimir Klitschko's ass all over Dusseldorf. And I'm only 3 days away from doing the same to the Bronze Bomber. So, I stand here today as the lineal heavyweight champion of the world. And on Saturday night, I'll become the WBC heavyweight champion of the world also. We've had a fantastic training camp. I put 9 weeks in on Saturday. I don't remember a training camp going any better than this one's ever gone. I'm injury-free. Sparring went fantastic. No complaints, no arguments, no marks on this beautiful face. I'm just here to do a job and enjoy myself. And I hope that the boxing fans around the world are going to enjoy this fight as much as I am, because I've been looking forward to this fight since 2011. And I've been counting the days down since till I get this man in the ring. And on Saturday night, I'm going to punch his face right in for him. And he can't run around the ring. I've heard a lot of people say, Wilder by knockout, Fury on points. And that's what I keep hearing. But I'm telling you now, Wilder is getting knocked out by me on Saturday night. But apart from that, thank you very much for coming and see you all later. Bye.
Very well. Before we introduce our the U.S. side of the promotion, I'd like to acknowledge TGB Promotions, who will not be speaking here this afternoon, but President Tom Brown, Vice President Brittany Goosen Brown have done such a tremendous job in this fight as they do with all their fights, so we want to acknowledge them at this time. Ceding their microphone duties to a gentleman who is no stranger to mega events like Wilder versus Fury. Please welcome the President and CEO and founder of DiBella Entertainment, Mr. Lou DiBella.
Go on, Lou! Go on, old baldhead! Oh, look who's talking. There's nothing like a great heavyweight fight. As goes the heavyweight division, so goes boxing. That was said a long time ago, and there aren't truer words. And I'll put up a great heavyweight fight against any sporting event you can go to in this country or in the world. And on Saturday night, we have a great heavyweight fight. We know that this man to my left deserves to be here and that he presents a threat. He's a champion. He's a great champion. He can box his ass off. He's also asserted himself as a champion for people who have had to overcome struggles, mental illness, addiction, drugs. And he's back to looking better than I've ever seen him. And he's an inspiration to a lot of people. And no matter what happens on Saturday night, Tyson Fury has my respect. The man I'm lucky to be able to introduce is the best heavyweight in the world. And the reason this fight is happening is because he has a team behind him, managers like Shelley Finkel and Al Heyman, Jay Dees, who also trains him, who have worked tirelessly for years to get him an opportunity. And finally, on Saturday night, there's another champion, brave enough and strong enough and assured in himself enough to get in the ring with Deontay Wilder and allow him to realize his dream. For years, Deontay's been speaking to try to get this opportunity. For years, he's been believing, because he hasn't had an easy road. He didn't have an easy road growing up. He got into this sport late, and all he's faced as a professional is obstacle after obstacle. But he's believed in himself, and he's believed in a higher power that puts obstacles ahead of you, in front of you, but gives you the strength to overcome those obstacles, which is what he has done his entire career. And on Saturday night, December 1, on Showtime pay-per-view at the Staples Center, he's going to receive his just rewards. The baddest man on the planet, the hardest punching fighter in the world, the bronze bomber, Deontay Wilder.
How you guys doing? Good to see you guys today. You know, this is going to be an amazing event, you know. I'm so happy. I've been so happy in my camp. I've been so happy in my life. It's just unbelievable how you can be so happy when both come together, you know, especially with what I've been through in my last camp and what I had to endure and overcome, you know. But life brings trials and tribulations. That's a part of life. That's a part of your journey. Without a great test, you can't have a great testimony. It don't work like that. And I'm just so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be here in LA to have the fight here at the Staples Center, to change up the vibe, the energy, to change it up a little bit, to change the game up, to show that we can not only just do it in Vegas, but we can do it right here too, to bring the stars out on this special occasion, this special night for this special fight. I can't wait. That's been my saying all this time, that I cannot wait. And the time is clicking. It's boiling down. There's only 3 days left now. Can you feel the energy? Can you feel the anticipation that this fight is going to bring? The two best heavyweights in the world right here to a stable near you. Y'all should be excited. This is a moment that I've been waiting for my entire career. This is the time. It's my time. Fury had his time. When he beat Klitschko, that was his ultimate time. That was his window to do whatever he had to do. How he took upon his responsibilities as a champion, how he took upon his responsibility as his opportunity to do what he had to do, then that was up to him. But we can't fall here. We can't blame him for having a little fun in his life. Hey, he deserved it. But now, it's my time. I've sat patiently waiting. I've looked upon all these fighters in my division. I've seen them do their thing. I've seen them make it to the top, the ones that's at the top. I've said not one thing. In fact, I've always been happy for these guys to make it, because when I got my opportunity, when I reached the top, I wanted them to do the same for me. But it seems like all these guys, they want to be better than me. They want to have more, they want to have more credibility than me. They want to be well known than I, which these things I do not care about. But what do I care about is showing the people what I'm all about, displaying what my grandma always told me, that I was anointed by God, and I'm showing each and every time I get in the ring, each and every time I show you a display, a knockout. I speak it, believe it, receive it, and I can't say it enough, but I will tell you, I will preach it to you, I will instill it in your head what I'm all about. America got a mighty man in me. America got the baddest man on the planet. It took me a long time to get to this point, but hey, it's a big world. America is so diverse, filled with so many people here, so many different things, and as we know, boxing is not the first nor the second. Not like this country. It's easy to make it in this country, in a small place. But when you come to America, it's a big world with big opportunities. You can come from nothing and make it here with the hard work and the dedication. That's what I put in, my hard work and my dedication to this sport. I grind, I work, I done went through my trials and tribulations, and now I am here. And I'll be damned I let a man from another country come and upset what I've been building for this time, all this time I've been building for. This guy said he's gonna knock me out, but he don't really believe that. I don't really believe he had the confidence to come to beat me. You know, he had a guy in the name of Pineda his last fight. Pineda had his way. Pineda hit him whenever he felt. He said not a man from their mother's womb could be able to hit him, but Pineda had him anytime. And knocking him out, if he's gonna knock me out, then why did he hit the Pineda? Pineda was in the ring like a Pineda, and he couldn't knock him out. So he don't believe that. He speak that, but he didn't receive that. But when I said you can believe that, my numbers don't lie. I'm 40-0 with 39 KOs. You know the rest. I ain't got to say it. I'm the best. And I'm going to show you who's the best of the division. See, this right here is it's so beautiful right here to have two great giants in the ring, two great guys with great stories. Yeah, we have great stories. We all have great stories. But on the night of the fight, it's going to determine to see who is the best. You guys are going to be able to determine to see who is really the best in the heavyweight division. One champion, one face, one name. And that's what I'm seeking. I will knock Tyson Fury out. I will do that, and you guys will see me do that. When and have I ever stirred you wrong in any situation I've been in? Many have doubted me. But y'all, many didn't have the power to prove me wrong or anyone else. But I have all the power to prove everyone wrong. He said I'm the puncher and he's the boxer. But the same thing was happening when I fought Vern. He was the puncher. Or I couldn't take a punch. I couldn't go rounds. I didn't have the chin. We'll see. And what happened to the boxer? He got his ass beat, and then the second time got knocked out. See, the same thing's gonna occur with this fight. I'm gonna show you how well can I box. I'm gonna show you how well can I dominate it. I'm gonna beat his ass and then knock him out. Over and over and over again, I've showed you. See, I don't play this. When I put my life on the line and I look at my beautiful children every time, it's serious for me. This is no game for me. The clock is ticking. It's a short window. This is a young man sport right here. And I'm here, baby. I'm amongst the stars, and we're going to bring the stars out. I cannot wait. I can't wait. And this is the time where we can talk, because now we're going to be able to bag up every word that we've said, every word that this man have said to promote the fight. He going to have to bag that shit up now. Every word that I've said to promote this fight, I'm going to have to bag it up. And anybody think that this has been some fake or they're too nice or they're laughing or whatever, y'all don't understand going to war. You can smile at your opponent, you can smile at your enemy, but on the night of that fight, all that go out the window. On the night of that fight, I can do whatever I want to. I can hurt a man and get paid for it. As you can see, man. Saturday night is going to be a blast, guys. Saturday night, you don't want to miss it. If you can't make it to the arena, you better click that pay-per-view ticket. You better click that button, baby. This is going to be a exciting fight. I promise you this. He will go down. I don't know when it's coming, but it's coming. And when it's coming, bam, baby, good night. I'll see y'all there.
Bomb Squad!
Thank you, Deontay Wilder. Hey, we want to let you know these two men will be stepping onto the scale. The official weigh-in will take place Friday at 12:30, located at LA Live outside the LA Auto Show, the north side of the Convention Center by Chick Hearn Court.